YouTube, how the heck you doing? This is Corey with Watcher Realms. We're going to go ahead and just do some testing on the keep map just to see what placements work and what placements are in danger of being hit by Garnet Guards or any other ranged units for that matter. So let's go ahead and get straight to it. The first thing that we typically go ahead and do with these tests is see if they are endangered by the Garnet Guards. So let's just drop one single Garnet Guard here and see if that makes any impact on the Silas. I would imagine he would like possibly be safe. It just depends. So let's see. Okay, looks like the Garnet Guard actually goes ahead and gets stuck on the Regulus. Let's see if the Chaos Shaman also follows suit because they have relatively similar pathing. So they go buff themselves right about now. Okay, so it looks like they also go ahead and get stuck on the Regulus. I imagine one of the biggest reasons, and if that's the case, then all these other units are going to get stuck. But I imagine the case for this is because they don't really get a lot of room to free reign and have their targeting system activate fully. Typically, Garnet Guards hit the first unit, and because this pathing is so close, I think they just get stuck on the Regulus. And for that matter, they would get stuck on any tank. So also we know that this tile where the Silas is would not be hit by mages. So that's relatively a safe tile if your tank is one tile backwards. So that's one thing to note that's super important. Let's go ahead and see the other team to see if it kind of follows the same line of reasoning. So we have it set up already. Should be right about here. There we go. All right, so let's see if the Soleil is in danger. I have her basically placed like right here. So what should happen is Garnet Guards should actually go ahead and hit her basically instantaneously. They're probably going to hit the broke here. Oh, yep, instantaneous. So that's a dead tile right there, which also indicates that these tiles naturally, right, the tanks adjacent to a tank, the tiles adjacent to a tank are always going to be dead tiles. So that's a dead tile. Let's see if the archers follow suit. Okay, so archers go ahead and clip onto the Brokir, which means they will never target the Soleil. Doesn't matter. So that's one thing to note. YouTube, so really quick, right? Small One is still going ahead and offering their discount on those W Gold purchases. You're still getting those diamonds, those stamina potions, and the divines, and at the higher end, you're getting some additional W Gold. So just be on the lookout for that. Also, if you are interested and you want to go and start stacking up for anniversary or any upcoming banners that you might be looking forward to, right? They have some new packs here where you do go ahead and get some rare stamina. Not rare stamina. You get some rare summoning crystals. You get another rare summoning crystal pack. You have a ancient summoning crystal pack, which is like a really good mix between the Leia and the Ovar pack. So that's one thing to be on the lookout for. They also have a, where is it? A recasting hammer bundle, which is pretty good, especially if you're thinking, oh, I want to go ahead and roll this quad roll. It's there, right? They have an infernal faction pack, so you have the ability to get a infernal units, and they also have a nightmare faction pack as well, which is also super good, especially kind of considering where we are nowadays with those two factions, having some really good members. And then we have another ancient summoning crystal pack, which is a little bit lower price in case you just want to get a couple but not too many. Anyways, if you're thinking about it, link is in the description. We are going to also see how do the rare archers perform, because honestly this reminds me a lot of season 5 where there was a basically exact same setup. So she should, yep, exactly, she goes. So that's another thing. And then let's see if the Chaos Shaman also follows suit. I'm going to do something a little bit funky here. That's such a broken mechanic. Anyways, let's go ahead and show it. Like actually. So double Chaos Shaman. Do they go ahead and hit the Soleil? I don't think they would, because they pretty much stick onto the Brokir. Yep. So they stick onto the Brokir. So that means that this tile right here is obviously going to be in danger from the rare archers and the Garnet Guards, so just keep that in mind. The overall placement, if you're going to do fronts, I kind of like it whenever it's one tile back, because you at least get a healer, a DPS, and then maybe something else, but it gets a little bit tricky from there. You're going to really need some long range DPS at that point, so that's interesting to say the least for the keeps. I'm going to go ahead and do a back placement now and just start filling it through just to see what exactly is working. So let's go ahead and edit this super quick. Edit teams. And let's go start pushing these units back just a little bit. Awesome. Actually, I might actually leave the greed there just for the purpose of this. And then we're going to put our tank here. Our Zarus here. Well, if I put Silas here, he's getting sniped every day of the week, so it doesn't matter. This, and then this. Just like very rough placements overall, just to see what's exactly working. All right, so we go ahead and also edit this team and fill it back one extra tile here. Good Lord. So many units to click. And then there we go. So we're going to put Brokir here, Livian here, Madon, Soleil. Actually, technically, let me not do this like a burger. I guess this. This is horrible, but I guess this. All right. So what we should see is, here we go. All right, let's attack this one. See what is in danger. Obviously, I would imagine that the Chaos Shaman is probably, actually, this tile might be safe. It shouldn't, but it might be. So we're gonna drop one archer here. Is Silas hit? If Silas isn't hit, he's hit. Not good. So if I drop double archers, he's dead. Like, he's dead every day of the week. So that's one thing. This tile is dead if your tank is at the front. Does greed get hit? I imagine not, because it gets stuck. Cool. All right, next test is double Garnet guards. Let's see. Garnet 1, Garnet 2. Look at that perfect sync drop. Love it. Let's see. Does greed get hit? Because if greed gets hit, then that's really tragic for what can be done on this map. Wow. Greed got sniped at his boots. Oh boy, this is horrible. This is not good. Kind of scary. So basically, this tile is dead. 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 Didn't have a Zarus here too? Hold on. Yeah, I had a Zarus there. So, okay. This tile, this tile, this tile, this tile, this tile, this. All, pretty much all of this is dead if your tank is in the front. So, I wouldn't do it. I would never put my tank here. Even if you can go ahead and put a healer down somewhere, where would you put your DPS? It's a little bit scary. I guess that's another video, but yeah, basically you can't put your tank in the front. It's a very dangerous position. All right, let's see. So after that, kind of have to change some things. So this is the next setup, right? Curious to see if Lily gets hit. That'll be the first thing, because if she does that, that means you can't put your healer there, which really impacts how the team functions, because you're going to need a very long range healer to get to this tile, or a Carnelian, and rely on the bounces. So let's do double archers up front. Does she get hit? Oh. No. Not like this. Okay. So you have to put your healer here then. And you can't put a DPS here. Okay. Got it. So yeah. That's concerning. That's not the best placement availability. So let's go ahead and just see another set. If we can push the tanks back one more, let's see if that's even an option. Because as it seems like as we push the units back further and further, we get into these very precarious situations where there are no platform tiles. So that's I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna go through these 3 tiles, because where would you put your healer? And then if you put like a tank here, you have to put like your healer here. I guess you could put it. You can't put an Ingrid here because it's going to get hit by the Garnet Guards. Um, yeah, you're looking at like healer. Actually, you don't even have enough tiles because you'd put like what healer here, and then what 2 more ground units. You can't put anything here. Yeah, so this lane is dead. This lane, don't put your tank here. It's a dead lane. Don't do it. Man, that's scary. Yeah, you don't really have much availability on this map, it seems like. So, oh boy. All right, let's just kind of do one quick last go around, right? So, if your tank is front facing, like right here, this tile, and this tile are dead tiles. If your tank is back 1 tile, right here, this tile is dead, but this tile is okay, and this tile is also dead by the archers. So basically, no matter what, it appears this tile is a dead tile naturally, right? So if you have a unit here as your tank, you can have a unit here. It seems to survive for some reason. You could put a healer here, and then you have to like kind of figure it out for the rest. You could, I guess, put like a Ymrit here or something, and then filter down the rest of the map. That is your best bet. But you're relatively limited on this map in terms of platform units. A lot of these tiles do seem to be very much in danger of Garnet Guards, which means certain strategies that I won't go into now are very, 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 very much going to be commonplace. So, truth be told, scale up your ground units because it's about to get shaky.